Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for May the 16th through to the 31st. So there's a lot of action happening, activated change we are in eclipse season. So we're kicking off the duration of this reading with the full moon in Scorpio, which is a full lunar eclipse, a really powerful eclipse as well, because it's the Wesak full moon, the moon of Buddha's enlightenment. So it's a time when the veils between the worlds are thinner. You can have these enlightening moments. The truth can be shown to you. And I feel like when I was meditating, look at this, you've got love, choice, and trust is coming in. Beautiful. I feel like when I was meditating, I was getting this image of you and you were going back over something. You know, when people say something to you and you want to go back and prove a point that something you said was right, or that something was there all along. It feels like there's, a sense of wanting to prove something was right, prove your point in some way is coming through, in particular related to a relationship. And I love this beautiful love energy, choice and trust. So, these kind of themes are coming through with somebody that feels like your tribe, that someone you feel close to, somebody that you potentially there can be unspoken energy between you. So, interesting. A big choice that's coming in around this, to trust the energy between you and another person is coming in. But I keep getting you coming back to a point. There's like something there's a piece of information or something that you want to revisit. So, interesting. Oh my goodness. There's too many cards here, Sagittarius. So this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, and always want to recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. We've got Cup 7, Moon, Scorpio. So this is the Scorpio moon that we were talking about here. And what it's showing you is illuminating options. The full moon energy is always a culmination. I feel like there's big endings of karmic cycles here. And it's a sense that particularly in terms of your love and relationships in general, it's a sense of looking at the options and seeing what's right in front of you. So it's kind of interesting because I feel like you've gone from a very fixed point of like focusing on one small thing to a wider perspective of seeing more options and more possibilities, more choices. It's kind of interesting because Cup 7 is about choices in love, and you've got love, choice, trust. So these are the big kind of themes coming out around how you choose to love, who you choose to love, what sort of choices you make in relationships. And it's not just like romantic partnerships. It can just be friendships and family as well. So, a lot going on in that relationship line for you. And this could be friendships as well. So let's see what else is coming through for you. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Lovers card. This is the Lovers card here. This love card, number 6, it's actually the equivalent of the Lovers card in the tarot. So you've got it coming in twice, the Lovers twice. Wow. Okay, so I put it in the wrong spot. So definitely a huge choice coming in for you at this moment in time. So let's see what else is coming in around this. And you're looking at options. Now, this can be around a soulmate energy. It could be something totally different in your life. We'll see. We've got the King of Cups, more Scorpio energy here coming through. So a lot of this full moon's probably going to have a really big impact on you here. The King of Swords, big decision. That's the kind of energy you want, the decision maker coming in. There's some hesitation in the past, but it's really follow your heart with this one. Follow your heart. That's the message that's coming through. Lots going on. The 7 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. We've got the King and the Queen of Cups here. Oh, Sagittarius, you got the Tower. Boom. Okay. Gosh, revelations coming in. Just when you thought that you, let's see what's coming in with it. There is a big shift coming in, but there's success around this. Wow. Okay, this is eclipse-like energy. This Tower energy with the 8 of Wands, this is, boom, the eclipse, because the eclipse has moments of revelation. It can be moments of bringing things in, bringing things out. It can be very fast, activated shift and change. That's what this is that's coming through here. But yeah, expect the unexpected with this. There's just when you think you've got a choice and when you think you know where something's going, I feel like the universe is taking it somewhere very different. Okay, so... But hold on to your prairie rugs with this one, Sagittarius. I feel like it's like you suddenly taken somewhere and boom, you're off in a whole new direction, and it feels really good. It feels like, wow, this feels really successful. I feel like I'm being seen. I feel like I'm being recognized. It feels exciting. Like this is an exciting, big activated change that's coming in with this eclipse. So fantastic energy to come through for you, Sagittarius. Yes, so the situation we have here is the Lovers crossed by the King of Cups. So kind of what I'm thinking here is that there's a lot going on inside your conscious mind, but there's something being activated here in your subconscious that you're perhaps not being aware of, but you're going to be shown. So yes, we know the Lovers represents a big choice that's crossed in. The King of Cups represents a person in your life. This is the person that you're making a choice about or choosing. And again, it's that Scorpio energy where it's showing you a very deep and intense emotional connection with this person. I mean, you can see it's like that you're two wolves running in the wild. It's this wild, untamed soulmate energy that connects the two of you. And like I said, with the wolf energy, I was getting this unspoken energy. Hello, Sagittarius. Sorry to interrupt the reading, but Mercury retrograde has struck. And halfway through, quite like the Tower card, and halfway through this reading, the video cuts out. It just stopped recording. So I've actually I'm at the end of it now and just inserting this bit of video just to explain what's happened. But I've still got the audio. So what I'm going to do is just put the cards, the spread up on the screen, and you can still hear the audio for the original reading. And yeah, that's it. So enjoy. Sorry for the interruption. This doesn't mean that you necessarily are getting on as well. Doesn't mean it's all happy and bright, but it means sometimes you can have this with twin flame energy where you just know you've got this very intense connection with somebody, but there can be conflict there. But that doesn't have to be. There can actually be, like, if you are together, it's very twin flamish or soul, like, there's this very intense energy of knowing what somebody's thinking or knowing what they're doing, even though there's so much unspoken stuff under the surface happening here at this moment in time. And that's kind of what I'm getting. So a particular relationship where you have this kind of relationship with somebody is coming up. But there's some choices and decisions to be made around it, which is kind of interesting. And we have in your conscious mind the Four of Pentacles, and this is a real Capricorny energy of wanting to hold on to something. Really wanting to hold on to something and a little bit fearful of letting something go and stepping into growth. But I do feel like you're ready because you're turning up as the Seven of Pentacles, which is the card of growth. So you're ready to kind of start making some plans to grow, but you're seeing perhaps in your world that things are feeling a little bit like stuck, or they've stuck in a comfort zone, or that there's someone around you that's fearful of letting go into the next phase or into the next energy that's calling you. This could be parts of you as well. But the Four of Pentacles, is definitely what are you holding on to for fear of letting go. And because you can see that there is I can see there's a big shift and change that's coming in here. So even if you're trying to hold on to it, the universe with the Tower is going to go, boom, we're making this change for you. So you have the choice right now to make the change. If you don't make that change, the universe is kind of doing it whether you want to do it or not, but I see it as a positive shift, so nothing to be too scared about. The other thing with the Four of Pentacles is this could be around money. This could be around saving money or wanting to hold on to tightly for money, worried about money, fears around money and not having enough as well. So maybe that's something that's coming in as an additional kind of energy with this. So maybe you're thinking that, part of the option or choice that with this person is to start saving money. Maybe you're thinking of doing something together. Maybe you want to buy a home or go traveling or have a child or, I don't know, renovate. It could be all sorts of things, just move in together. There could be a whole heap of things that are coming up here around this choice. But I do feel like there's a sense that it's at this kind of precipice here where it's like you don't necessarily want it to change, but at the same time, you know that change is inevitable. So, or, maybe one of you doesn't want to. So at the base, we've got the King of Swords. So this is the decision maker. This is what's happening. So I feel like you're quite resolved to make a decision about this. So this is where, you're not letting yourself be held back, I would say. I think you're possibly seeing a little bit of slight hesitation and fear, and how these dynamics could definitely be working. But the King of Swords at the base is a very rational, logical energy. It's an energy of, it has emotional intelligence, but it's not necessarily showing. It's like you're not necessarily showing your emotions at this moment in time. It's like you're observing and watching them. And you can see how the emotional dynamics are working out between you and other people, or this other person in particular that's coming through. And it's just being able to make decisions from that fairly detached place and not getting caught up in emotional turmoil. That's kind of what's the place where this decision is kind of wanting to be made from. So sometimes with the King of Cups, this is crossing you. There can be a past history of some emotional turmoil, or somebody's carrying around that sort of energy. But I do feel like this is more, it's your head making the decision here, not your heart, actually, which is kind of interesting. And it could actually be quite a unique unusual decision, something you don't normally make, but it's also you're thinking for the good of all as well. So it's not just purely what's right for you. It's kind of looking at it from a wider perspective. I do feel like your head is kind of informing your heart of the decision here. So we have in the recent past the Two of Swords, again, a card of Libra, a card of indecision, hesitation. So this is, also being able to see both points of view. And this is the energy that's come through, that maybe there's been conflict around that, or maybe this is something that needed to come through. But it's kind of knowing that there's a decision pending and not wanting to make that decision, but it's kind of decision time now. So in the near future, we got the Knight of Cups. I love this coming in with like underneath the love card as well. The Knight of Cups is all about romance, following your heart, stepping into this, following a path of love and what it is that who you love, or what it is that you truly love doing. So it's a very, very nice energy that it's heart first, but it's like your head has to give your heart permission to do that as well. So this is, if you are wanting more romance and love in your life, this is something that can come in with this energy. It's very, very lovely. It doesn't have to necessarily be related to, I do feel like this energy is bouncing off a particular relationship. It's letting you know and showing you, but this Scorpio full moon is all about giving you the truth, showing you a lot of information that you can process and disseminate. And this is not necessarily all just about this particular relationship. This Knight of Cups might be about how you're traveling in life, and are you connecting in with the things that you love. And this can be related to money and career as well, but I think mostly it's relationships. But we do have a few pentacles coming in here with the Seven of Pentacles. This is you in the reading. So this is where you're like, there's perhaps for some of you a sense of achievement with this, and the Six of Wands, it's success and achievement, feeling like, you've done well with something. It could be like a little bit of a confidence booster that comes in with this, which is a nice energy, because the universe is kind of trying to give you a little bit of a nudge into the next direction, a bit of a confidence boost. But this Seven of Pentacles is all about growth. It's evaluating where you want to be bringing growth into your life. Do you want more money? Do you want to be investing more time, energy, or money into something in your life in particular, like this relationship that's coming up? Or it can be other aspects, because like I said, it's got the work and career side of it as well, but it could be anything. It could be hobbies, gardening, it could be fitness, it could be anything that you're kind of looking at your schedule going, okay, how can I, what sort of decisions am I making here that are going to impact somebody else, but also are going to really bring in growth that is not only good for me, but for the other person or the other people around me. I still do think it's this one person in particular, and that works even if there is conflict with this other person or not. It's kind of going, well, if there is some kind of conflict, it's a bit of a twin flamey energy where you're kind of more repelling each other than not, but there's also this really strange attraction. This is like, well, how can I make it so it's not quite so repellent? How can I make it so there's a little bit more harmony in this relationship? So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be different for all of you, but it is a sense of wanting to get something out of a kind of like a gridlock, or something like a relationship out of like where two people are budging to move. It's a bit of a stalemate is the word I was looking for, stalemate. So we've got the Page of Pentacles energy coming in as the energy around you, which is that you're potentially getting a lot of messages around money and career as well. So that's why I'm kind of getting both. But there's also, this can be feeling like there's something new that you want to put a bit of time and energy here that you want to develop. So it definitely can be relationship. And when it comes in terms of a relationship, this is something that's very close to your heart that is kind of taking a new turn, in that the feelings are becoming more concrete and real, or something's becoming more of a reality, or you're just wanting to invest some more time and effort and energy into this relationship and feeling. So there's something here that's small, that's ready to be developed into something bigger. And this is what you're kind of making choices about, how you want to see this expand and grow. In your hopes and fears, you've got the Queen of Cups. So this is, you've got the King and Queen of Cups here. And this is very much a compatible relationship, wanting to connect to the compatibility of a relationship, if I can speak. But the Queen of Cups is also a very nurturing, loving, compassionate energy, a person around you that could be like that. This is kind of like a mothering energy. Doesn't have to necessarily mean your mother. Lots of people are the nurturers in the world. But this is like wanting to connect to more nurturing, and it can be related to your health as well. But I do feel mostly it's around your heart, nurturing your heart and what actually brings in that energy. And so, yeah, I think the Queen of Cups is a really lovely energy, and this is possibly somebody that you've got this beautiful love or soulmate connection with that you're thinking about as well. So it's a bit more of an emotional safety zone. The other thing is that it's like, how do you feel emotionally safe within this relationship, within this dynamic, and all of these sort of themes that are coming through. So we've kind of talked about this as an outcome, the Tower and the Eight of Wands. It's like, boom. Okay, so this is where if you're in a friend zone with somebody, there's going to big shift and change is coming in. The Tower can sometimes mean falling in love when it comes in with a lot of love energy, because what it does do is it releases any kind of like barriers or protections, that sometimes walls that we have up that around other people, connecting to other people. And so there's the Eight of Wands energy is like saying that there is a big shift and change coming in, but there's potentially some sort of explosive, very, very direct and clear message coming to you around this relationship, or around what it is that you're wanting to develop and work on, around the choice that's coming in around that at this moment. So this is why it's got that revelatory energy. It's like, boom, suddenly you know something. So no, suddenly you see something. You can't unknow it or undo it once this happens. And this could be somebody this could be you. This could be anything. It just feels like this very spontaneous form of information and message coming to you that shifts and changes everything. So be open for that. So that can come in so many different ways. That can come in as a spiritual download into you, because we've got the Aquarius energy, which it sometimes comes in as these psychic kind of downloads. It's just like flashes of knowing. It can also be through like somebody saying something to you, or you just blurting something out and saying something to somebody else, and suddenly it's like, that shifted it. That totally shifted it. So I do feel like, this can go either way, but it kind of breaks the gridlock. It breaks whatever energy was feeling stagnant, and it's like, boom, you're moving forward with this. And I do feel like, because we've got the Six of Wands, which is the card of success, that this is going to be a very successful energy, which is good, because it could go either way, like we said, with this sort of energy with the Tower and the Eight of Wands. But yeah, expect fireworks. So this could be that somebody reveals how they really feel about you, or this could be that there is some kind of very frank conversation that suddenly opens up a connection between the two of you. This could be if somebody does need a good talking to, if you do need to if someone's being really kind of awful to you, you just need to say something back to them. This could be the card of success as well, like just successfully. Either way, it's successful for you, like it's a successful energy. But also, I feel like ultimately it's successful for the dynamic in general. So if you need to say something or speak up and it's like blurts out, then that's what's coming through. So I just feel like there's a sense of opening this up, and this big shift, and boom, in it comes this big shift and change. So the status or the dynamic of a relationship is about to change in a big way. So let's see. And this can be, if we're looking at like your career or your work or anything like this can be a moment of inspiration that comes through. Suddenly, like, boom, you've met the right person accidentally, or you sent a message or an email, or you've heard something and it's like something just clicks and you're on this right path here. So very, very much aligned, and the universe is just bringing it to you. So that's why it feels like here you feel like you've got this big choice and decision, and the universe is kind of showing you something that makes the decision either made for you or really obvious what the decision is going to be. The choice is here. So yeah, it's very dynamic. Expect with this energy, the Tower and the Eight of Wands, this happens super fast, like we said, and it can come in at any time with the eclipse energy. Things get activated, and sometimes they are activated in spirit, but they don't actually happen in reality. It can be unpredictable when it comes in. It can be a couple of weeks later. Gosh, okay. You got a few affirmation cards here, Sagittarius. I turn every experience into an opportunity. Each problem has a solution. You're definitely getting a solution here. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow. I am safe. And that's, I think, the best attitude for this is the Tower energy shows you what was no longer resonating for you, where something was like there was a barrier of some sort, and it just tears that down in an instant with this energy that's come through here. And it's almost like let go of what you thought you knew or what you were expecting, but see it as an opportunity, because ultimately, even though it can feel really disruptive, like a big shift and change at the time, it wants to realign you with something that feels right for you. So it has, whilst it's happening, it can be a bit like, whoa, but when the dust settles and everything lands, it'd be like, oh, okay, I'm happy. I'm in a much more a better, successful space. Life supports me. Okay, this is the next one. Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is always there at every turn. I am safe. So yeah, beautiful. Okay, so that's just a reassuring message from the universe, I think, coming in. And this one says, I experience love wherever I go. And I love this. Look at those beautiful two little eggs there. It reminds me a little bit of these like two wolves traveling together as soulmates in life. And like I said, it can be but it seems like there's something really beautiful about to birth here in this relationship. So it says, love is everywhere. I am loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. So yeah, I feel like you're very much opening up to this energy of love and more love, and especially around love language as well. You know, how you're expressing love or how people are expressing it to you. That's also important coming through with this. So, okay, you've got the key. You've been given a key, which is really, really lovely. And this key is, I mean, yeah, we can see that there is a sense that there's a key to love here, or unlocking something within this relationship. But this key is also about the natural cycles of life and transitions of life. And it's kind of like you're naturally letting something transition into the next phase of what it is. But it's kind of like you have been given the key to unlock something. And I feel like there's this kind of pressure of energy here, so that when you unlock it, it will be like poof, everything just comes out really fast, like the Tower energy. So That's it, Sagittarius. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, and we're going to look at what's happening in the near future and the future beyond. Like, what happens after we have this boom moment with the Tower? Where does it all shift and change after this? Like, what comes in? What energies are supporting it? We'll get, where is it all going? And we'll also find out, we'll ask some cards about managing this energy, any kind of intuitive messages or extra clarification that you need. And let's just explore it further and see where this is going because let's just see what happens when the dust settles with this Tower moment and, see what comes in or who comes in. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. I usually pin the links to the comments as well. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Sagittarius, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment because that lets YouTube know that you support the channel. Always enjoy reading your comments as well. And it's a way of helping support the growth of the channel. So take care, Saggy, and look forward to seeing you next time.